we ain't gonna mess around. We're gonna get open this lovely box from Gaciron. It's gonna be the 3000 Raptor and a 1200 edition. So we go here straight on the table, rip this open and get into it. Okay then, so here we are then. Here's our delivery box. Let's get her open and let's have a look and see what we've got inside. Okay, so we have a Gaciron KIWI-1200, 1200 lumins, ICPX waterproof tested, power bank function, cut off line light, top and underneath installation, CNC charging. We have our mounting system. This is good, it can be used with any of the sat navs or bike mount sat navs for your system. And here we have our Raptor 3000. Serious piece of lighting equipment. Nice presentation. We're going to get down on the table now and have a look. Now probably what I'll do with this, when I do the review, it'll be done as 2 separate videos. And also be comparing against the 1700 edition and see what they like for illumination. First up then, we can have a look at our mounting system. We've used one of these before, but it doesn't hurt to have a recap on what we got. So there's our box open. And we have our standard international mount now for your sat nav, for your bikes, etc. And a GoPro style mount underneath. I absolutely love these. I got one on my bike which I use all the time when I'm out filming. We have 2 gaskets, rubber grommets in the mounting system, so once it's on and fixed, is a nice secure sturdy mount and gives you a great picture if you're going to use this with a camera underneath and with your sat nav on top, or your phone for that matter. And you have a plethora of different mountings to use with the system. So you've got your GoPro mount there and your speed nut there with the Allen key to do the installation, which is nice to see the Allen key included, because so often you get a kit and you find you can't fit it because you haven't got the correct Allen key. Next up then we're going to look at the KIWI-1200 Nocturnal Animal, and it is a bit of an animal. A lovely aluminium body, maximum 1200 lumens, IP6 waterproof tested, cut off line light, so if you're left standing the light will switch off. Power bank function, so you can obviously charge your mobile phone from this light, which is great. Top and bottom mounting C charging. So I'll look on the rear, some of the specs. High steady, 2 hours continuous use. Medium 600 lumens, 4 hours. Low steady, 7 hours. Daytime flash, 24 hours runtime. Working over the top of my camera then, I'm going to cut through the tape first. Get our box open. And see what we got inside. Okay now. So this is heavy, that's nice. I do a nice heavy light. Wow, loads of fittings. It comes with the multi-adjustable bracket straight out of the box. So you just keep, you've got the rubber grommets already located inside. It's going to fit over the handlebar, around your stem, and multiple mounting positions. There's our one. Here's our remote control for the lights, dare I say. We have to charge the battery in this before we go any further. Mounting adapters there, so you want to use the other style of rail. Our USB charger cable and our quick mount. The first thing we're going to look at before anything else is charging the light. So we're going to take our standard USB-C charger. It plugs into the rear. Open up our rubber grommet and plug our charging cable in. We can now see our charging LED now flashing. We're going to leave this now for a few hours to get up to full charge. I think that's the only favourite to test it, is fully charged. So we'll cut back in an hour or two when she's charged, and in the meantime I'll look at on the facts and figures how long she actually takes to charge. Okay, so that's tested, working, and we'll have a look at then on removing the seal on the battery and pairing up the remote control with our light. Right then guys, what I'm going to do is now is talk you through some of the accessories that come with the kit, read from the instruction manual, and give you my honest thoughts on first appearance. Okay, so one of the things that I like with the Gaciron lights, they come with everything you need. Now what I thought was a screw and cover at the bottom, it is actually called a decorative cover. If I can get on the camera, so you can see it on there. But there's this little thing. I thought, what's that for? I naturally assumed it was a screw on. Now what you do is, on the top there, you have your top mounting, bottom mounting. Should you lose your top cover, that's a replacement cover to go in there. And if you want to mount it from on top of the handlebars or underneath, you undo the screws in there and mount it on top. While I got it in my hand, as you can see, she's still charging. She's solid. Got a little bit of metal here, as you can hear it. She's an all alloy construction. It looks like it's pressed aluminium. It's been put through a mandrel and forced through to give the design and the body shape. Solid one piece all metal construction. Sealed switch, sealed light, substantial rubber grommet on her rear, and it is really good weight to this. Now when I do the testing, I got the 1700 as well against some AliExpress lights. I got multiple mounting options, and I'm going to pick a bike when it stopped raining, and we're going to put all the lights on as you can get a good comparison. I'm going to do with the 3000 Raptor as well. Okay, so there's that. We have our screw type handlebar mount. Now this is good if you're in a city in London, things like that. You can just unscrew it, take it off, and nobody can steal the light from your bike. You can store it in your bag, etc. It's a quick to take on and off. If you wish to fit the speed kit option, which is just a lever on the rear, which I'm holding it by, I would just well. So you got multiple options for fitting your lights from the factory. The wireless remote control, that's how I loop on my Loop 1700. The Gaciron 1700 video is included on that, so you want to see the links down below, will be in there. Installation, I'm not going to teach you how to suck eggs. We know how to fit one of these. You unscrew this, you pull the cable out, push it back in. It's already got its rubber grommets inserted, so you can do it again. Nice little touch on Gaciron. A lot of the companies don't do it, as I showed videos from AliExpress. Same again if you want to fit this type. This is an optional extra. You've got the grommets in here, but it's for mounting your Garmin computer on it as well. Okay, general description about the exterior use of the cycle lamp. Lever on the decorative calibre, we covered that. Unscrew the base, blah blah blah. Screw the base on top position. Yeah, so we've covered everything externally on that. We've got our different mounting options then. And I'll show you headlamp angle adjustment, because the beam changes, same as the 1700. You got about, I think it's, let's have a look, 4 rows of LEDs in the 1700, and because of the angle of the light, as each beam comes on, it changes the pattern through an arc. So it goes from close range flood to a long distance sharp beam, depending on how you do it. And this one works pretty much the same. That the LED is mounted downhill, so there's a lumen in front of you. You don't have to crank it over in the bike. Remote control, how to set that up. Yeah, is there a little plastic tab on the side there, and you just whip that out. You take the back off, whip the tab out, and put the cover back on. And this could be used then either mounted around the handlebar of your bike. You could even wear it as a watch, so to speak. So if you're away from the bike and you set up your camping tent, etc., you can just hit the button and switch the lights on your bike, as you can see what you're doing in fading light. Okay, how to use as a USB bank. You just need a typical double C-type charging cable, not an A-type to C, which obviously you charge from, but a C to C. Open the rubber plug at the rear of the light, insert the CC charging cable into the phone charger and charge your device. Input, open the rubber plug and just use your normal C-type charging cable. Operation function, switch mode, okay. When the light is turned on, short press the power button to cycle through the steady modes of low, steady, medium steady, high steady and cycle. Flash mode. Under any working mode, long press 2 seconds to enter the flash mode. Pass switch to high speed steady mode. Under any working condition except high speed mode, double press the power button within 0.4 seconds to enter the high steady mode. Blah blah blah. Battery indicator, blue, yellow, red. So it's red, as we're showing you, is less than 20% charge. If it's yellow, it's 60 to 20% charge, and if it's blue, it's 100 to 61% charge. Lockout function. When the light is turned off, long press the button 5 seconds to enter the lockout mode. After entering the lockout mode, all button operation is invalid and the indicator light is not responsive. In the lockout mode, click 5 times within 3 seconds to exit the lockout mode. Change and blah blah. So lockout, I assume then has to stop from accidentally pressing the light, pressing your wrist button by mistake, or if somebody wants to drain your bike quickly outside because they're spiteful, you get that in this day and age. You can deactivate the light and lock it out to stop people from using it, and unless they know how to reactivate it, they're not going to be able to. Wireless remote control. The operation of the remote control is the same with the power button for above points 1 to 4 without the control to enter the lockout mode. Circuit protection. Circuit overcharge protection, over discharge protection, short circuit protection. So this really is a well thought out piece of kit. So chances of using a high to an ampage charge off the wall. So if you charge off your laptop or off a Samsung wall charger, something like that, you're not going to overcharge your device. Once it reaches the maximum, shuts out circuit protection, protects the life of the battery. Net weight 160 grams, maximum brightness 200 lumens, battery 4,500 milliamp hours. So it's a good comprehensive guide that comes with your bike light. Hello Ben. Well, people want to see how Ben's getting on. Here he is. Say hello Ben. Good boy. You're soaking wet. We've been outside. Okay then guys, if you go this far in the video, hit the old sharesies, the likes and the subscribes. Now we're going to look at the mounts. While my other GoPro is uploading to the cloud, we're going to look on this one now at the mounting system. Now, as one or two of the so-called experts on the old Wonderweb have put down these mounts down as not being very good, and up to the quality of the additional mount. Now, there's pros and cons to both systems. If you're off-roading and you fall off your bike, a rigid mount like this is going to snap. with the size of the light when it's mounted on, which we will see when I do the head-to-head video. Because of the extension on the front, if anybody using these off-road with their or GoPro or a Garmin computer or something like that, you will know that the reason why these are designed in plastic is if you do have an impact, they snap, and it saves your Garmin, it saves your bike computer. It's the same again with these, but with these, they're designed in a way to break away and save your light. So if you like, this is good for saving your computer, and this is actually good for saving the light on your bike. These are only about £3.99 on eBay UK to get one of these, which is a damn sight cheaper than replacing the actual light system, which is around, I think, is around about £50 at the moment. I'll put the exact details and the links to the Gaciron website below. Part 2 of the video, obviously we're going to be looking at this, and we'll be going doing a head-to-head with the 1700. Ben's a little bit up and about tonight. Anyway, mate, he's probably everywhere tonight. He's I don't think he's very well. So that's where we're at with this. So hit the old shares, like, subscribes. I'm going to unbox the the 3000 lumens now, which should be absolutely amazing. So you want to see that, guys, because if you've seen the 1700, how good this was compared to the 1200, and when you put the likes of the 3000 to this, which is going to be double the lumens compared to that, this is only 500 lumens less. But this, what I like with this is, this got this clip on the top here is plastic, and as we all know with plastic, it breaks fatigue way in time. This is an entirely all metal construction, so if you're off-roading, this is the one you want. This is built like a tank. This is more suited towards road use, so if you're doing long distance road use, alpine riding, that sort of thing, this is the one you want for that. But this one is posted as a professional bike front light. So we're going to have a look around now on the next video. Right then, so we can see now how the screw-on type clamp works. Works with a 1-inch bar. It works lovely. Now you can mount the light on top, as I got it here, or you can mount it underneath. If you mount it underneath, you need to unscrew the mount from this side and fit it into this slot here. Reason for that being, if you turn it upside down, all the muck and gunk will collect in the light there. If you're going to use this type, this is primarily for the larger bars, the aluminium bars you get on your new mountain bikes, etc. It won't fit, as you see by the size of the clamp on the older 1-inch handlebars. You would have to make your own gasket to fit inside. But here's the party piece of this light. So here's your light, here's your remote control, and on she comes. And with your remote control then, you can just cycle through the settings on your light and use all remote control. So you can mount this on your handlebars here, there, or wherever you want really, using a velcro strap, or like I said, you can actually mount it on your wrist, which is an excellent safety feature as well. So you can, away from your bike, and you've got off your bike in the night, you've gone for a little Jimmy Riddle, and you can't see where the bike is, you can just switch the light on and it'll guide you back to your bike. Excellent. And another thing, having the light on top, when you're looking down from above, you can see by the colour of this LED here the state of charge of your light. Alright then guys, the 1200 lumens is charged. Once she's charged, she has a lovely blue wheel on the back. So we're going to do this now. We're going to nip outside and run through the features outside because it's pitch black outside and see what the settings are like. See, you can see pitch black outside here, nothing at all. So yeah, right in front of the camera's the light. Here's our power light. So here's our lower setting. So back up the highest. 1, 2, 3. Just want to see the reflection distance on the car's number plates. And if you're watching, it's a bye bye from me and Ben. Hit the shares, the likes, subscribes. And we'll see you on the next one, won't we, mate? Yes, we will.